Hi guys, I'm Sugar!
Did you start yet?
Hey, what's up you guys? It's Jessica. Today I'm going to be talking about the BTS concert that I went to last night, Saturday the 29th. The best night of my life. I literally am so happy that I went and that I was able to see them, and that like the people I met were so great, and I just want to tell you guys about all of it. I was also fortunate enough to get to go to the sound check before the show, and I want to tell you guys all about that as well, because not a lot of people know. Only the people who know, like, went to the sound check know, obviously. But I want to just tell you guys all about that, so just stay along with me as I rant to you and try not to make this as awkward as possible. What I did, I went to the Saturday night concert. As I said, I took the train to Newark on Friday night at 9 o'clock, and I got there at 3 a.m. And then as I was walking, I met this girl, I met these two girls who were like walking to the concert as well, and they were like standing behind me as we were waiting for the stoplight to turn green so we could walk. And as I'm walking away, and it's like, because we can walk, they're just like, I hear someone behind me like, S-T-O-P-I-T, and I was like, these bitches are me, they are my people, they're going to the concert. So I start walking with them, and then as we get there, we're seeing all the tents there were like legit tents put up, like that people were camping out since like the night before, since like 2 nights before sometimes, that they were camping out in to wait for the concert. So all these tents are up. It's like 3 a.m. and we're walking down the side of Prudential. There were 2 lines. There was a merch line that was like wicked short, so like that the merch would open at 9 a.m. that morning, so there was people waiting in line to get merch, like the army bombs, the sweaters, the shirts. All that shit was really expensive, and I wasn't about it, so I wasn't ready. I wasn't gonna wait in the line. So, and then there was the general admissions line. So I start hanging out with this girl. We go and we stand in the back of the line, and we're waiting for, no, it was so cold. Like, it was so cold at night that like everyone who was in their tents and who had slept there that night before, like, we're all like crowded up together, and just like all bundled up and warm and shit and all prepared. And I was just like, I didn't know it was gonna be this cold, so I'm freezing. The girl I was with was wearing like, she was wearing flip-flops, like she was wearing Crocs. There was another girl that I met who was wearing flip-flops, not flip-flops, but like sandals, open-toed sandals. And I was like, first of all, you don't wear that to a concert, but second of all, like,
I was like, who wears Crocs to a fucking concert?
I'm saying, like, who does that? So she was wearing Crocs, but she was happy, so it was fine. And then so like we hang out until morning. What they were gonna do was that they were going to give us, they gave us these wristbands at 10 a.m. Like, wristbands started to be handed out at 10 a.m. and the point of the wristband was that it would give you a place in line so that you can go away and do whatever you want, and then when it was ready for the show to start, or for the line for everyone to get in, you would be lined up based on the number on your wristband for general admission. So I think there was like 1,500 or maybe almost 2,000 people in the pit. I don't know if it was actually 2,000, it's probably a little too high, but there was that many people, and I got number 441, so I wasn't mad about that. Like, I just wanted to be in the top 500. I wasn't trying to like be on the barricades or anything, because I don't feel like there's a point being in the barricades, but the people who, like, you know, camped out all night were at the barricades and wreaking havoc for everybody. But other than that, it was cool. I liked the way they did that, because you could leave the line and like go do whatever you wanted, and like for 4 hours, because they gave it to you at 10, and then you could leave until 2. They told us to come back at 2, so you could go and do whatever you wanted. Some people went back to their hotel, some people went back home and showered, and then came back at 2 when the line was ready to be set up, and then we were let into the doors at 3:30. But before that, I had the sound check. I was chosen, like, all the P1 tickets were put into a lottery, and they chose like 500 people to go to the sound check who bought P1 tickets. The only problem with that is, like, if you had a resold ticket, you couldn't get into the sound check because you needed to have the ID of the person who bought the ticket. So I had my cousin buy my ticket because I'm a broke bitch who has no money. And I paid her back later, but she bought the ticket. And so when I went to get my sound check wristband, this one, they were like, oh, can we see your ID? And I handed my ID and they were like, no, not yours. Like, we have a name under, says my cousin's name. And I was like, oh, I mean, she bought the ticket, but I'm the one that's here. And they're like, yeah, so we need to see her ID. So fortunately enough, I was able to just text my cousin and be like, hey, can you send me your ID, a picture of your ID? Because they said pictures were fine. But people who obviously just bought it off a random website, they wouldn't, first of all, you wouldn't have known because they emailed you telling you that you were in the sound check, but also like they couldn't get in because they didn't have the person's ID, which was kind of fucked up. So at the end of the day, it was supposed to be 500, but I think only 270-ish of us were in that room. We're all standing there like, holy shit, holy shit. And I found a girl next to me. She was standing next to me and we were both freaking out. And I was just like, oh my god, I might need somebody to hold my hand. I don't think I'm gonna scream, but I need someone to hold my hand. Like, can you hold my hand? And she was like, yeah, bet. Like, I need someone to hold my hand too, so we could just be there and hold each other's hand. And she just takes my hand and we're just holding each other the whole time. So that's when every time we think they're coming in, they don't come in. And then they finally come in and all you hear is yo, yo, yo. And then Hosok is like walking from the backstage to like come to the front. And everyone's trailing behind him. And everyone's like, oh my shit. I think a lot of us were trying to not lose our cool because it was just a sound check and we didn't want to seem like, holy shit, like these people are so stupid that they're screaming over a sound check. But like, we were freaking out. It wasn't like massively loud like it could have been. But we were freaking out, and then Hosok comes out and everyone's trailing behind him and they all have their mics and they're just all dressed down and just really comfy looking. Like, Hosok had these grandfather glasses on that Namjoon made fun of him for having later on. And everyone was just so cute and Namjoon was just so chill. He had like his grandfather jacket with like the plaid and everything that was all long. And they played 3 songs for us. They played Run, they played Anpan Man, and they played shit. I can't remember the 3rd song that they played. But then, as I was watching them, it was the cutest thing ever because they were just being so cute. Like, obviously it was a sound check, so they weren't really doing the dances. But like, for like the Anpan Man and stuff, they were doing the dances, but like doing it really... they were doing it really like lazily. Obviously they're not gonna give their 110% on the sound check, and we weren't like waiting for that. But Taeyong was so cute. Taeyong they do say Taeyong's like 4D and weird, but like I didn't know that until like I actually saw him be 4D and weird. Like, he would literally just
What are you doing with your legs?
he would literally come up to the point of where we were, because they had barred off the way that the stage was set up. There was the main stage, and then there was like a short catwalk, like a runway, and then a diamond at the end. So they had set it up so that you were only on one side, like one half of the diamond, like only one half of the diamond was being used, and then the rest of the catwalk on the other side. So he would just come up, Taeyong would just come up to the end of the diamond where we were, and then he would just stand there and stare. Like, he wouldn't do anything, like he would just stare. And then at some points he would just like nod his head along to the beat and just look at us. And then we would just be like, hi, Taeyong, but he wouldn't wave or anything. Like, he would just stand there. And we're like, okay. Like, he's so cute. I love him. But yeah, throughout the whole concert I felt like that about Taeyong. Taeyong was just really like chill. And he wasn't as like hype or all over the place as I thought he would be. He ended up on my side of the stage a lot. Well, sometimes, but like I didn't get to get any of him on film because he just was never, he was always blocked by another member, but also he was just never like that hype for me to be like, oh shit, Taeyong's over there, let me like try to take a thing of him. And he's like not my bias, so I was more focused on Yoongi. And Hosok was on my side a lot and he looked beautiful. Last night, when I say beautiful, like I can't. So I took a lot of pictures and videos of him. So during the sound check, what pissed me off was that Yoongi was being such a little shit that I wanted to stab him in the face, but I love him so much. He like, after every time they would like practice a song, that like after every song, they would just, I don't know, they would just try to talk to us, but they were obviously speaking in Korean and no one understood Korean, so everyone would just scream. And like, I was just like, guys, can I listen to them? Can I hear what they're trying to say so I could at least try to understand? And they would just scream, so then like their voice was just being drowned out by everyone screaming. So Yoongi would just come out like, no, next song, let's move on. And he would just like continue with the practice, and then they would practice with the next song, and then someone else would try to speak and Yoongi would be like, all right, next, let's continue, like what are you doing? And I was just like, you're such a little shit. And in the sound check, I also realized how fucking skinny Park Jimin is. Like, he is so small, and I literally just wanted to like throw a sandwich at his face. Like, I was mad that he was so tiny. And because like, I mean, I just always knew him as like Thunder Thighs and G Booty and like all like that, and having him, like seeing him, like whenever he turned to the side, like I would look at his profile and he just looked like a board. Like there was nothing there. Like Park Jimin disappeared. He's non-existent. And that just made me so sad, because like I know that it's a thing that he don't know, he's like not as comfortable in his body when he's a little thicker, and like his cheeks and all that. But it just made me really sad to see him, because he was just so small. He was so small. And like Yoongi is really small too, but he's always been small. Like we know him to be small, and so like that wasn't as disconcerting. But yeah, I don't know, Park Jimin made me sad. But they were really cute during the sound check. They just kind of, you know, performed and like walked around the stage and like did everything really lazy, and I just liked seeing them like in their element. So before, when I was signing up to get the sound check ribbon, someone offered to buy it off of me. They were like, can we buy your sound check for $300? Like, you'd get a free ticket. And I was like, I really want to just see them in their element. Like, I just want to see them just be chill when they're not like performing for everyone. They're just like being themselves. And so I didn't sell it, obviously, but I'd never regret it, because I was like the best 15 minutes of my life. And I walk out with the girl whose hand I was holding, and I was just like, who? Minyoongi who? Like, Namjoon is bae. I love him. Hosuk is amazing. Like, everyone is just so cute. And I was just so over Yoongi being just like Yoongi that like I just moved on so fast. But that was the sound check. And like after that, I like called my friend. I was like, because she's Jimin biased, question mark. So she, like, I was like, I need you to feed your man. Like, can you? So like I literally just text, like I call her, I'm like, Jimin needs to eat. Like, can you like make a sandwich for him and just throw it at him, please? Thanks. So after that, like right after the sound check ended, I went to line up with my number. And it was around 3 when we got there, so the doors were opening at 3:30. They were letting everyone in at 3:30, and so we got in, like we wait for 3:30, the line starts to move, we get into the venue, they check all our stuff and everything. And
Did they let you go in with your camera?
I got to bring in my camera, because I bought a camera for this not knowing that I wouldn't be able to use it, because like they don't allow videography or like audio recording devices, which I thought is stupid, because they let you go in with your phone, but like they don't want actual professional cameras at all. And it makes sense to me to not have like a DSLR camera, like, or something that's like really big and clunky, but like a small, like I just bought like a small point and shoot camera to just have more stable fan cams, and they didn't allow me to film with it. But they let, like I got in with it because I had like stuffed it on the bottom of my bag because I didn't want them to take it away from me. But yeah, I tried to film with it, and when Idol started, because Idol was the first song, and then like as I was filming before they came out, like there was like a security guard behind the barricades who like was motioning for me, and I didn't see him, but the person next to me like taps my shoulder, and I look over to him and he's like, stop filming, like you're not supposed to be filming like with that. And I was like, what the fuck, like this is so stupid. I spent all my money to come here, I should be able to film whatever the fuck I want. But I decided to stand towards the end of the diamond, where like you could have stood either towards the main stage, on the catwalk, or at the diamond. And I decided to stand at one of the edges of the diamonds, like the top edge of the diamond, because I just felt like I liked it more, and you could see clearly the main stage. But like when they came up, which they did a lot, like there was a lot of fan service on the diamond that you wouldn't have gotten towards the end. But there was a lot of people just like pushed up against the main stage, and I don't know why. Like I don't know, that wasn't a prime position for me. Like I didn't want to be there. Yeah, you could have gotten like good fan cams, because there were times for their solos, like Taehyung, I think, Jin, Yoongi definitely, like they all did their solo just on the main stage. Hosok, king of fan service, like came up to the front, like he was all up there for his solo, like he was dancing, thrusting in our faces, like it was amazing. He was having so much fun. Just Dance is such a good song. But Namjoon was on the diamond for his solo. Everyone else stayed in the front. Jungkook stayed up front for Euphoria, but other than that,
Dang?
Bang?
Dang.
No.
Oh.
What is that?
It's Hosok, Yoongi, and Namjoon.
No, Hosok, Yoongi, and Namjoon played Tear. It was on
Yeah, it's at the end.
Love Yourself Tear. But anyway,
Did you say tear or fear?
Tear. You're my tear. You're my tear.
Oh, okay, sorry.
This bitch. Anyway, so yeah, Hosok, Namjoon, and Suga did Tears at the end, and right after the singers did Truth Untold. It was nice. I would have rather them do Dimple, if I'm being honest, but they did Truth Untold, and it was cute. They just kind of stayed on the front. I have a fan cam of that, but it was just unremarkable. It was cute, but it was unremarkable. For Tear, the three of them did come up. Like they came up, like I said, to the diamond, and they were all there. They were wearing all white, and they were just so cute, and it was so cute seeing them. So the actual concert, okay, so we spent, like I said, they didn't let us into the place until 3:30. The concert didn't start until 6. So we were in the venue for like 2 hours, just like chilling, listening. Like they played the music videos, they played the LG commercials for them, and not all of their music videos, which kind of pissed me off, because like they would just redo the videos, and I'm like, there's a bunch of music videos that you guys haven't played, like why don't you just play those instead? But they would just replay.
They play Danger?
They played Danger. It was so cute. And so like, yeah, I mean after the first go around we were sick of seeing all the music videos, but we would still like dance around to them and like sing to all of them. But they did that for 2 hours.
Damn.
Legit. And then when they started to play, they played Love Yourself Epiphany, Jin's solo song. And then everyone knew like, oh shit, this shit's gonna start. So then after that they played DNA, and everyone was like, hey, it's about time, because it was about to be 6. And then as 6 rolled around, that's when everything started to go down. So they played like the VR of the beginning of the opening, and then Idol started, and everyone was like, oh shit, it got so fucking loud in that room. Like I'm pretty sure like my ears are still ringing from everyone just screaming, which is also why like some of the content of my fan cams just aren't that great, because I would just have to like close my ear when someone would just scream in my ear like bloody murder, and I was just like like I can't deal with this. And it kind of, I was kind of surprised because I didn't scream that much. Like I was just kind of chill. Like I was, you know, vibing. I was in the pit. Like we were like 2 or 3 rows away from like the front part of the diamond / barricade. So there was just like the people at the barricades, like another line of people in front of me, and then like me. And I'm relatively tall, so like I was able to see everything pretty well. What bothered me was the shoving. So whenever like they got to the diamond, whenever they were on the main stage, it was fine because no one was trying to get, like they couldn't touch you anyway, because there was like space in between from the barricade to the stage where the security was. Like you couldn't touch them, like you couldn't reach up and touch them or anything. Like there was nothing, you couldn't do that. But it's like whenever they came to the point of the diamond, everyone would just like try to like bum rush to the stage, and I'm like, there's no way, like what's the reason, like why are you doing this? And so like I just got shoved around so much, even though I'm tall and even though I'm thick, like it just wasn't helped, like it couldn't be helped. So there was like bitches passing out on me, and I was like, bitch, can you handle yourself? Like can you just not, please? Thanks. And on my side, I had a lot of like Hoseok and Jungkook was like Jungkook was all up on our side. And a lot of, I guess I had a lot of Namjoon too, but like Yoongi came on my side a lot, and so I got like a really good view of them up close, and they're just so beautiful. It like shook me how beautiful Hoseok is, because like I knew he was cute and I loved him, but like seeing him in person was like seeing, I don't know what it was like. He's perfect. He's like literally perfect. His skin is so poreless, and like he's just gorgeous. Like he kept doing, like I said, he's like the king of fan service. So he kept making these faces, and like whenever we would scream, he would just like smile and just be like, I know what you guys are going crazy about. And like he would just dance right in front of us and just do like, just like be whining like all up right in front of us, and we're just like, Hoseok, please like spare us. Like bitches were passing out on me, and I was like, this is not okay, Hoseok, please calm the fuck down. They played all their songs, like all the solos and everything, and everyone was just so good. When Seesaw by Yoongi came on, I was like dead, because I love that song, and he just performs it so well. Sadly, he stayed all the way on the main stage, so like I didn't really get to see him up close, so my fan cam's basically just like the VR that's playing while he's performing. But he was so magical to watch and shit. But other than that, like it was just so great to like watch them live and just watch them do what they do. Like honestly, I think every fan should go to a concert at least once in their life, for the people that, for like the bands that they like, because it's such a great experience. Like, and I mean, yeah, waiting in the cold and then in the hot, and then like, you know, just chilling and like my body still hurts from like just laying on the ground and like standing around and sitting and doing all that all day, and then jumping up for 2 hours for the concert and all that. But like I wouldn't change a thing, and I would do it all over again. And it was just fun. Like we made a group of us that we just like all hung out together all day. When I went to the sound check, they were just there like chilling, and then when I went to meet them in the line, we all just stood together and like, you know, made the memories together. And it was just like really cute. It was cute. Like the whole experience was cute. Like I just loved seeing everyone. I like got a new bias last night. And like Hoseok's the shit, and like I love him so much. He's like amazing. He's so cute. His fan service is unmatched. Like he's literally amazing to look at. Just like do his thing. And Jungkook's a whole gook. Like he's a gook. Like there's no other way for me to say it. He's crazy. Like I love him. He's so cute. And he was all up, like he just kept smiling. He wouldn't stop smiling, and I could just tell he was just happy to do what he's doing right now. And they just all looked so happy. Like none of them looked sad, which, you know, like they've been doing, like they did a show last night. Like they're probably tired, you know what I mean? Like they're probably jet lagged and tired, but they didn't look it, and they didn't give off that like at all. Like they were just all on their 10s, and they were all very receptive, and like they were just cute. I love them. Like I love them so much. So end of story. My life is fucking ruined by BTS, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Like they're literally so cute, and I love the experience. I loved the everything. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. Just so you know, you can follow me on Instagram. I don't have a lot of followers on there, and I'm not that good at posting, but I will post some pictures and stuff and videos from the concert on my Instagram, and you can like them if you see them, and you can follow me if you like that. Like this video, comment, subscribe. You know, I could make this a thing. I could become a famous YouTuber in like 2 seconds, who knows. But anyways, just, you know, thanks for watching, and I hope this helped maybe for you guys who are maybe going to a concert for the first time, just to know like what you're dealing with. If you have any questions, I'll definitely answer them in the comments. So like, thanks. Bye.
우리 사랑이 변한다는 게 아무도 모르게 괜찮아 보일게 날 만나 다가도 네 표정은 나의 지금 울고 있어